popularity, let's have a little look. We're up to 49%. We've got 24 political capital, but we can see that we're upsetting this lady because of the capitalists, and we're upsetting this lady probably because of the conservatives. But that is what it is. You know, the environmentalists love us, but at the same time, there's not that many of them. The poor really like us, but again, are they going to go and vote? The youth we're winning over, but they're not a huge population, but they might be more inclined to go and vote this time round. Okay. So our deficit is now 3.92 billion. We've done a grand job of bringing this down, but we need more. We need more from somewhere. I don't think we can keep raising taxes and get away with it. I will say that. Let's just have a little look. Are we seeing any more impact on any of these things? It doesn't look like it. Doctor strike has gone down a little bit. Hopefully we'll start to see the cycles come in here and the food subsidies, and they will help. One thing I didn't mention actually is that each one of these, if we go into one of these, you can see how long it takes to fully become operational. So some of these things that we have brought in will take a little while to get there. Transport. If we were to buy back the rail company, it's going to cost us all of the money that we just saved, but people would love it. And it can't be any worse than the current rail. We could think about legalizing cannabis. We could think about it. What about our police force? Is there anything we can do over here? I don't really want to put our deficit back up, but our credit rating's been reduced. There's only so much we're going to be able to do. What about something to do with equality and the like? So immigration is immigration affecting? Is immigration having a positive effect on... This is where I get a bit confused. Is immigration increasing racial tension, or is it reducing racial tension? I'm guessing it's increasing, whereas body cameras, community policing are all bringing it down. We saw community policing would reduce it. So I think that's probably fair enough. What about you guys? What can we do to help you out? Border controls, foreign aid, racial tension. Okay. There's got to be a policy that we can bring in. I'm sure we can do something here. So we've got quite a lot of stuff that we could bring in. We could bring in university grants at the lowest rate, but we could bring it in, and that could really help us out, right? Parents, youths, socialism, all gonna like that. Generational wage gap is going to go down. We're going to bring it in at the very lowest rate we can and see what happens there. Junk food tax might not be the worst shout. It's going to annoy the youths, but it's going to make us money. Okay, let's bring it in at a reasonable rate. Okay, we've got 5 points left. We're going to carry those over. Let's go again. And is this our last term or quarter of the year? Or is this our first quarter of the second year? I'm not sure. Summary of the current state of your nation as reported. Various ministries and departments. GDP, still going down. Unemployment, still going up. Health, getting better, getting worse. Not sure. Crime going down. So I'm guessing health going up is good, right? We brought in stuff that makes it better. Education should have got an improvement. Poverty going up still. Okay. Safeguard on oil supplies. Representatives from oil companies based in our country have requested that the government deploy troops overseas at our oil refineries in the Middle East to protect them from attacks from terrorists. The government involved are happy for our troops to be stationed on their soil for this purpose. This is why we have the military. We should send and not be afraid to use it. Foreign terrorists need to understand that we are prepared to take determined action to safeguard our oil supplies. This is not a foreign invasion, merely a provision to extra security of vital parts of our industry, and they happen to be overseas. If we do not deploy troops, the oil supply will suffer, and if we do deploy it, then I guess it's going to have an impact on... Yeah, if we... symbolism of our troops landing on foreign soil, heavily armed and prepared to use deadly force, is going to cause major backlash in some countries. It likely will lead to both problems with international relations and the possibility of increased terrorism. I think we're going to do it. So we've upset the liberals, we've upset the foreign relations, we've upset the ethnic minorities, but we've got some strong leader points, and the patriots love us. It's a tough one, that. I think we have to. I didn't do it necessarily because I wanted to supply, to keep the oil. I did it because I wanted the GDP to stay as strong as possible, because it's falling rapidly. And I suspect if we could see the budget, so is the global economy. Anything we can do to slow that down has got to be good. Okay, 56% of the vote at this moment in time. We've got a 3.2 billion deficit still. We've got 25 points that we could do something with. Now, could we improve our health service? So much money. Could we reduce our health service where we're only treating serious illness? It's a tough one. You'll notice that we're getting less points from these guys now because they're not as loyal as they once were. Okay, let's have a little look at some of these groups where we've got people who are on the edge of being happy. So like ethnic minorities, I think we could do something to help them out. Race Discrimination Act, maximum budget into that is going to be good, right? Okay. What else have we got over here? There's got to be something to do with equality. I wish there was like a search option on here. What's this up here? Yeah, immigration, okay. Racial tension. International trade. Are we looking like bringing this down at all? No, we've still got a huge amount to drop. Let's just check some of these. Beastie might be coming down. Doctor strikes may be sorting itself out. Hospital overcrowding going up. And that's kind of leveling itself out. And this, we're not really having any impact on whatsoever. Minimum wage. If we did this, would annoy the capitalists, but we would be... But then we're going to have an impact on GDP, right? Profit is going to go down because we're making them pay more. Labour laws, same thing. If we make labour laws kinder, then businesses are going to have to pay more. Family planning. Winter fuel subsidy. We could do this. It's going to help the retired. It's going to improve health. It's going to make us compassionate. We're going to be less energy efficient. It's a tough one. You get to this place where you're just like, I don't really know exactly what to do. We could, over 2 turns, bring in the legalized cannabis. Firearm laws. What have we got? License required. License and minimum age. Let's do it. Let's do it. You have to, I mean, you surely have to be a minimum age to have a gun anyway, right? CCTV cameras, that's going to annoy everybody. We've only got the 1 point. I think we'll go with this. I'd really like to get crime, even though it's probably the smallest one that's the problem. I'd like to get it off the list. Let's have a look here. There is an urgent policy question that requires your immediate attention. ban cluster bombs. An engineering company in our country has just won a contract to manufacture and supply cluster bombs for foreign countries. At the moment, there is no specific law that prohibits the company from making these products, but there is widespread public debate that we should ban the production of cluster bombs within our borders. Cluster bombs cause so many civilian deaths, and there is really no way we should condone the manufacture of such weapons. They are cruel weapons, and there is no justification for its use today. If banning these weapons cost us a handful of jobs, then that's the price we should be happy to pay. It's very easy to say we should ban the manufacture of cluster bombs, but what next? Stop making guns, handcuffs? This would be a step towards dismantling our whole arms industry, which would cost jobs and hurt investor confidence. It's not the jobs of the state to interfere in the products the company manufactures. It's a tough one. The only reason I'm going to say reject the law is because we need the jobs and the impact on our GDP and all the rest of those things, because as you can see, it's still going down. Health improving, education slowly going up, poverty is going up, more people are poor, I think. Unemployment still going up, crime coming down. Okay. Again, I don't know how to tell if I just wish that there was, maybe there is, I don't think there is though, changes. Business confidence down 18%. I think that's more to do with I guess this is a typical politician deflecting. I think that's more to do with the economy and the global issue than what we're doing. Environmentalists up, plant-based diets up, all demand has gone down, GDP has gone down. Again, I think that's because of the whole sort of balance of the world economy rather than what we're doing. Crime has gone down, violent crime has gone down, tourism has gone down. Maybe we need to try and boost that up a little bit. Could be that it's gone down because of the GDP and the like, but okay. Where were we? We were back in this one. Oh, so this shows you where people are on the so this shows where I sit in the actual socialist, liberal, conservative argument and capitalists. Right down here near Morgan Freeman. Okay. So for the most part, I think we've got quite a lot of So this is interesting. Does green mean there are more voters? Don't know. Okay. What else have we got in the changes front? I think if you looked at this, you'd think, you know what, they're doing all right. But then when you actually look at it, I don't think we're doing all right. Who are these people? She really doesn't like us. You, what about you? Who are you? Trade unionist. Okay. Okay, fine. Let's have a little look here. We're dipping in the polls again, but we're kind of doing okay. Is our crime dropping again? It is good. Our doctors' strikes going down again. Obesity is dropping. Good. Respiratory, I think if we do something with tobacco, we should be in a good place. Hospital overcrowding still going up. I guess that's because the poor, the elderly are. Is it the winter? I don't know. Okay. What else have we got going on? I think it's time for a new policy. Alcohol awareness campaign might not be the worst shout. Welfare fraud department could bring us in some money. Ban coal. When we kept oil demand low, farmers and farm memberships is going to increase if we do this. Energy efficiency, environmentalists go up. Helicopter money is printing more money, essentially, I think, and putting it directly into people's hands. Vertical farm subsidies. Very expensive. Workers on board vote themselves into unpopular capitalists who fear workers will basically vote themselves into higher paid, shorter hours, which is what they all do. Socialists and trade unions see this policy of ensuring company works for its employees as well as its shareholders. I don't think we can afford to do that at the moment. International trade is going to boost international trade and foreign relations. That doesn't sound like the worst shout, right? I think we go with the maximum. Let's get it in. We've got 18 points left. So if we do this, does that mean this means organised crime drops? I think. Oh no, how does it mean organised crime goes up? The liberals and the youths like it. And we start to make some money, right? More money if we... Let's do it because we can bring in the tax next turn. Okay. Again, I don't know whether... Some of these I just don't know whether things are going up or down. So GDP has taken a massive drop, which is not great. Oh God. Oh God. Okay, we'll have a look at that in a second. Unemployment has gone up even more. It's now a proper problem, right? Okay, let's do this bit first. It's been a deadly virus outbreak killing thousands of people across the country. The exceptional... I don't know what that word is. Virulence? I don't know. Of this disease and patients' high mortality rates are devastating. International travel and trade has been curtailed until this outbreak is contained. Well, great. Okay, I think we kind of knew that was coming, right? Healthcare demand has gone up. Those doctors are going back on strike instantly. We're in a recession. So having these two things at exactly the same time is a nightmare. And that means unemployment is shot up because... Where's unemployment gone? Wasn't it over here? It was a thing with people sleeping. Where's that gone? Up here. Okay, I don't think there's much I can do with that other than maybe bring in some subsidies to get people becoming self-employed or increasing state workforces, but then we're paying out that money directly, so who knows. Okay, right. We're in proper crunch time now. We can see that crime is going down. We can see that doctors' strike is going to be going back up, I would imagine, pretty soon. Obesity is dropping fairly rapidly, like a fat person. Respiratory diseases and hospital overcrowding is going to go up. We know that. Let's come in here and let's have a look at tax and recreational drug tax. Let's implement it and we'll whack it on here somewhere. Fairly high up. We'll make $1 billion out of this. That's pretty big for us, right? If we can bring this down whilst we're not making money anywhere else. Alcohol laws, minimum age 21. Everyone's going to hate it. But it might not be the worst shout, right? What else have we got? What else should we be doing whilst we're in a national, a real crisis? We could bring down... we just made $1 billion. If we brought down this by $1 billion, it's not going to make a huge impact. But bringing down tax is going to make people happy, right? It's not enough to see an impact, mind you. Don't know if that's the right thing to do. Maybe bringing in a tax to fine the rich is what we should be doing at this moment in time. Well, this is not going to make any impact because no one's flying anywhere, right? An automation tax. I mean, capitalists are going to hate it. Capitalist income is going to hate it, but look at the money it's going to make us. And it safeguards jobs, right? I think we're going to do it. It's going to really annoy people, but I think we're going to do it. What else have we got? We've got abortion laws down here. We can't change them. But I think at some point we should. State broadcaster. Let's put some money in. How much are we currently? Let's put a little bit of money into this, because if we get some state broadcasting, we can fully become a dictator at some point, right? Let's do it. Okay, what's happening now? Our credit rating has been downgraded again. Street gangs are on our hands if we do not act soon. Guessing that's because the unemployment rates are going up. I don't think there's anything I can do about it. It's because we're in a massive recession, right? Look at it. What are we supposed to do here? Okay. Oh, jeez. Just when we thought we'd done okay, this happens, right? Okay. And I think the problem is we're going to have to spend more money to safeguard ourselves. If we come up here and have a little look, we haven't got that many radicals, but street gangs is going to be a thing. Unless we can make more jobs. Maybe we can make more jobs. Quantitative easing. Probably not. Probably not. Government subsidies for unions. How are we looking on the old voting over here? Okay. Government subsidies for unions. Maybe. We might as well cut our losses with the capitalists, but then the businesses are going to start leaving, right? Technology grants. Young entrepreneur schemes doesn't really help with unemployment. It's a tough one, this. What else have we got that could help us over here? I don't know if there is anything. I think just trying to get people... What about I just saw unemployment benefit. What have we got over here? Costs us a lot of money. Let's do it. Okay, we're going to give some more money to the poor and the unemployed. And we could bring in a drug enforcement agency. Now we've made it legal. Boom. Job done. We've got 8 points. We're going to carry them over. Let's keep going. Okay. Doctor strike. Strike has been called off. Doctors have returned to work. Great. In the time when everything is looking bad, right? Good on you, doctors. Hello. The GDP turned around just a little teeny weeny bit. Unemployment dropped a little bit. This has got to be good news. Poverty, yeah, good. Education, not so good. Crime, oh dear. Okay, right, let's have a little look. Fracking. Hydraulic fracturing, better known as fracking, is drilling technology that allows energy companies to exploit previously unreachable deposits of shale gas. Technique is relatively new and requires the government to give permission to use. Okay, the bill will go ahead and the energy companies will carry out commercial level fracking operations on our soil. It's great news for consumers. It will drive energy prices down. It will reduce our dependence on foreign imports of oil and gas. Plus, it will boost the economy. What's not to like? Number of dangers, not least the possibility of earthquakes, a very real danger contaminating water supplies. It involves pumping huge quantities of dangerous chemicals into rock, and blah, 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 blah. There you go. Okay, the reason we've done that is just simply the economy. Don't think we have any choice but to do things like that. Okay, 65%. What does this look like? Still going down. Not great. 23 billion deficit. Okay, good. 27 points though. What can we do with that, I wonder? So crime is dropped. Organised crime is still a thing, right? The doctor's stuff is going down. Hospital overcrowding is through the roof, but we know why. Obesity is coming down. Respiratory is kind of still coming down, but taking a bit of a hit. I think we should put a tax on smokers, right? You know what? You shouldn't smoke, kids. What else have we got? Racial Discrimination Act. Have we got something that we can do with kind of getting people back in? Just saw the death penalty there. Don't know if we're at that place yet. Rent control. So if I bring this down, hold on, I'm a bit confused. If I put this up to maximum, it means the poor earnings go up. If I bring this down, it means the generational wealth gap gets smaller, as does private housing. And surely private housing goes up, though. Maybe this is the plateau, and this means that by bringing it down, this is getting closer to being in the plus side, right? I don't know. But then that doesn't make sense. This is saying I think I'm gonna ignore this one for the time being because I don't fully understand it. Okay. Tobacco awareness campaign. We have just increased the amount of people doing it, but now we're taxing them. We probably want to keep taxing them, right? Did I not implement this? I thought I did. Must have been close. Okay. 3 parenting classes. Let's do it. We'll spend a little bit of cash on that. 200 million. What's that between friends? Boom. Job done. Okay, we need to probably start looking at our groups of people and what we can do to help out. The GDP is rising, which is good news. Unemployment is dropping. So we know that unemployment going down is good, right? That's what that means. Crime went up a little bit and came back down again. Education we need to do something about. Poverty, okay, went up and is coming down again. And health, we saw a massive spike in making it better. Okay, national team wins the World Cup. Everyone is ecstatic. Our credit rating's been downgraded again. Everyone is devastated. Angry salesman explains how the government's disastrous car emissions. We'll deal with it, mate. Our ministers are loyal. We could have a look at replacing those. And we're still seeing the global economy drop. And I think that's huge because until that changes, we're not going to be any better off, really. How are we looking here? Still going down, but slowly. Obesity. We're seeing a big drop there. I love it. Hospital overcrowding coming back down again because the virus has finished. Wouldn't that be a nice day? Okay. Let's have a little look at our people here. We are currently 76% in the happiness stakes. Is there anyone here that we really think we should try and please? If we can make the Liberals happy, if we can make the Liberals happy as well, then they're not happy about the cluster bomb ban. Or prisoner tagging, or safeguarding the oil supplies. Maybe tasers. We could get rid of tasers, and that would make them a little happier. I don't know if I want to push it for the Liberals, though, to be honest with you. We're in a good place now. If we can keep people happy, we might do all right. We won't be able to keep people happy, I will say that. Okay, we got 24 points. I don't really know what we should spend it on. Tourism campaign? Maybe. Let's do it. Let's do a tourism campaign. What's the worst that can happen, right? And what about diplomatic service? By bringing both of these things in, we're boosting foreign relations, which might help us in the long run. Is this it? This is the foreign investor tax breaks. So we are currently spending 1.93 billion. We could bring it down to 1.33. Interesting. We've just done something to benefit them. All we're doing is moving policies around, really. We could... spend a lot of money on improving our nuclear power. Maybe we should be looking at... maybe we should be looking at... I was just looking at our tourism ads. Maybe we should be looking at bringing in safer energy and improving this. Don't know. Don't know what's what here. I mean, I guess we could have a quarter where we don't do a great deal. We're kind of halfway through. What about putting some money into stem cell research? Annoys the religious, but helps with everything else. I think we're going to do that. Perfect. Okay, what's next? What are we going to bash out of the park next? There's a royal scandal. Okay, GDP. Health. Education. Still didn't do anything about it. Poverty. Okay. Crime. Not great. Unemployment. Oh god, we're going back up again. Royal scandal. Prominent member of the royal family has been accused of spending a suspicious amount of time with a convicted sex offender. Despite the individual's sordid history being well known, this is described at best as poor judgment, at worst as deeply suspicious. How will your government act? It's a tough one because the monarchy is kind of seen as kind of the ruler of our country, but they allow the government, or the government actually acts on their behalf in theory. We should issue a statement of allegations remain simply allegations, and it is merely guilt by association. Or how can we possibly stand by? It's going to affect the patriots. I think we're just going to... in theory, what we would normally do is say nothing, right? If the police find some evidence that gets them arrested, then fine. But really, we would do nothing. We're still going down. Look, the global economy is almost below income. Jeez, what do we do now? I genuinely don't know what we do here. Has productivity gone up? We could bump up corporation tax. I mean, they wouldn't like it. But we could get an extra billion out of them. Sod yeah, I'm doing it. Okay. We're doing it. We don't care. We're doing it. It's unlucky, but we're doing it. We could increase alcohol tax, but that's going to annoy people who we know are potentially voting for us. Science funding. Maybe not for now. Maybe... I don't know. I genuinely don't know. I think... I don't know. I don't know what we should be doing here. Any new policies that we can enact? Cyberbullying awareness. Yes. We'll have some of that. We'll definitely have some of that. And alcohol awareness. We'll have some of that as well, right? Boom. We're going all out for... This is the month or the quarter of government broadcasts and leaflets to say how bad things are for you. Eco home regulations. Plastic bag tax might not be the worst shout. What about this? An enterprise investment scheme. It's going to cost us $1 billion, but look at the impact it will have on... I don't know if it will have any impact on the people we really want to impact more than anything. Did I just implement that? I think I did. Oh, cack. Did I just implement that? I maybe did. Shit. Okay, well, that's bad news.